Welcome, everybody. So, I'm going to wait a few minutes for people to hop on. This is a random live, as all my lives normally are random. Just wanted to get on here and chat and answer any questions or whatnot, just for fun. Uh, I don't know why, but here I am. If you're watching, we always like to see where everyone is from. I am from Tennessee, and so if you want to hit the chat and show, tell us where you're from, that is awesome. And so, yeah, we're just going to chat and I will answer any Bible questions, how to study the Bible questions, verse mapping questions, anything like that. Anything that, you guys want to talk about, really, honestly. So I just had a birthday. So that's fun. July 2nd is my birthday. And so I turned 32. So most people um, do not realize that I am that age. People say that I look younger, although um, I don't know if I really kind of think that necessarily, um, because I just feel like um, I don't know. Just trying to get this stuff doing. Thank you so much, Carol. I did have a good birthday. I did have to work on my birthday, but that's okay. We had a 4th of July party on July 1st on a Saturday, and we celebrated my birthday then too. So it was great. Thank you, Murray. I think I said your name right. If I don't say you guys' name right, I'm sorry. I'm really bad with reading names, but I've been wanting to ask you, which Bible do you use? You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific on that, because I use quite a bit of Bibles. um, so it depends on what use. It depends on what Bible I use. So if you're talking about reading, um, I normally use my compact KJV Bible to read and also take notes on the go as well. Um, if you're talking about studying the Bible, I always use a journaling Bible, and then I use all of my other study Bibles to study the Bible. So you know, so I guess it depends on what you really mean by what Bible do I use. You're gonna have to be like studying, reading, or something else like that. So if you want specifics on that, you gotta let me know. But yeah, so um, that's where we are. All right, tips for managing Bible study time and life in general, school, housework, family, etc. I love you, Radius. Thank you so much, Addie. Let's see, tips for managing Bible study time and life in general. Life in general, I think time management is probably like the hardest thing. So I work full time. I'm a wife, a mother. I also homeschool. We're in summer break right now, so I'm not homeschooling this month, which is nice. But um, let's see how to manage Bible studying time. The best way that I know how to is really to take time out of your day and plan to study. Now, as a mother, that can be difficult, especially depending on your age group of like your kids. So my kids are 8 and 9, and so they don't interrupt me as much when I'm studying at home. Um, because they are a little bit older now. They can get themselves a drink, they can get themselves a snack. They can entertain themselves for certain periods of time. But basically, finding a time that you can study, and don't think that your study time has to be like super long. Um, the longer the better, obviously. Like, I would love to just be able to study constantly, but that is just not that's just not how that works. So um honestly, the biggest advice that I can give is you just have to be intentional with everything, with your time. um you know um like, priorities, basically. you know um Do it even when you don't feel like it. That's a good one too. Like, I don't like doing dishes, but do it anyway. Get it done with. And then you'll have time to study. Like, I hope that helps, but be intentional with your time and schedule stuff. I'm a planner, so I like to plan things out. I like to make sure that I spend time with my husband. I like to make sure I spend time with the kids. I like to make sure that the house is, house chores are done. Um, you know, I like including my kids um, with house chores, that they can do it with me and they learn how to do new skills with that. So um, it's just time management. It is literally being intentional with your time. Don't sit and scroll on your phone. I'm sure there's always time for that. But if you want to study your Bible, you have to be very intentional. The devil is going to distract you with your phone or with other things, and you just have to be really intentional with your time. Okay. Murray says studying, actually. So, what Bible do I use for studying? All of them. I don't know if that helps. Let me see if I can turn this camera. I don't know if so. You can kind of see some of my study Bibles right there. All of these are the study Bibles I'm using for a study that I'm doing right now. These are my other study Bibles. And then I also have other study Bibles actually underneath my desk. You do not need this many. Okay, let me preference this. You do not need a bajillion study Bibles. I don't even recommend buying a bajillion study Bibles. One or two is just fine. I would probably say 2 study Bibles is good. Now, if you're asking me which study Bibles that I recommend, like if you don't have a study Bible or you're looking to get like a main study Bible, I have 2 that I do recommend. So I always recommend the Life Application Study Bible. So this is the Life Application Study Bible. This is the NLT version. They have different translations for the Life Application Study Bible. The notes are basically the same. The translation is different. So Tyndale actually sent this one to me. And so I was very grateful. It is beautiful. Hello. But the NLT Life Application Study Bible, I always recommend. I think that is definitely one to grab. And yes, Amazon does carry it. Let me just hold that thought real quick. If I can, let me get this. I will get my Amazon front store and I'm going to put it in the chat. There we go. So this is my Amazon front store. I just linked it in. I'll pin it so you can find it. It'll be at the top. Any Bible or anything that I say will be linked on my Amazon front store. So that is affiliate links, basically. So if you use my link, no extra cost to you, but I get a little bit of commission when you use my links. Thank you so much for supporting me. It's a way um, that I support this channel. All the money goes towards this channel and this ministry. So thank you, anyone who ever has donated to me. You can donate to me. You can use the super chats on here. You can go to my website and donate through PayPal, and or you can use affiliate links. That also helps my channel. Thank you so much for people that have done it. I highly, highly, very much appreciate it. So Amazon does carry that, and you can find that on my Amazon front store. Could not think of what it is. So it is the NLT Life Application Study Bible. And then the other one I also recommend, let me grab it, is the Cultural Background Study Bible. So this is in the NRSV version. It does come in other versions, but I bought the NRSV version because it's a version I didn't have, but I wanted the notes in this study Bible. So if you get the Life Application Study Bible and you get the Cultural Background Study Bible, you are good to go, honestly, I think. And if you have a good Bible dictionary, I think that is also good too. I have the Tyndale Bible Dictionary and the Zondervan Bible Dictionary and what's the other? Unger's Bible Dictionary. So I like the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. It's linked on my Amazon front store too. That's my favorite one. I have a whole video if you guys haven't seen on the Bible Dictionary stuff. So, yep. Do you do Bible study on here? Like, do you mean on live? I have done live Bible studies before. I did it when I first started the Galatians study, the Galatians book study that I am still doing. I just haven't posted a video on it because studying a whole entire book takes a long time. And I've just been making other videos because I get distracted. And when I'm interested in something, I'm like focused on it, and I have not been focused on Galatians. So I have done that. I don't know if I do. Most of my lives are really random, like this one. They're random and they're just to answer y'all's questions. It's just for fun to chat, things like that. I can always look to do live Bible studies, but they're just a lot harder to do. Bible studying takes a long time. So I would have to do multiple lives to probably complete one verse mapping, if that makes sense. Unless we no, it would still take that long. Yeah, because Bible studying just takes long. So when I record a verse mapping video, I spend probably 1 to 2 hours recording it, and I have already studied that. Like, so I have all my notes, and what you see me write down, I'm copying from notes I already studied. That took me a week or two to study out. And then I have to condense that video into a reasonable length of video for YouTube. So yeah. I don't know how I would do a live that we could complete some kind of Bible study, verse mapping, or something like that, just because Bible study takes so long. So I was just wondering because my sister and I was wondering. Yeah, I have been approached or asked to do like Zoom Bible studies so people can interact more than just like a chat or, like Teams or something like that. Some kind of app that allows video. But being a wife, mother, full time, I work full time. Um, I just don't know if I have that kind of time because I would have to prepare for it. And now that I am also taking a biblical Hebrew class right now, it's just not possible at the moment. But yeah, so I do look forward to doing that, doing live Bible studies or maybe offering a Zoom Bible study. But I think the biggest thing is I always want to offer as much stuff as I can for free. Like all my templates are for free. YouTube obviously is for free. things like that. I always want my stuff to be as free as possible and free if possible. Um, but some time, takes time is money, more or less, and so I only have a certain amount of time to dedicate to this ministry. I dedicate all my extra time to this ministry. So I think that's the biggest thing. Cassie, I caught a live. Yes, you did. um, um, Carol, that's true. I understand you've helped me already. I do hope that my videos help. I do know that I get a lot that my videos sometimes they're not slow enough. So I have created slower videos. But like I said, the videos for them to be real time would be hours long. So I want to teach you the concepts, and so that is why um, they're fast. I teach you a concept and then I move on, and I hope that so you can Bible study on your own. That is the point. But I would love though to like do a Bible study like with a Zoom or something, and we can chat and talk about it. That would be legit. I don't know. Maybe one day. Cassie, that's a lot. I do a lot. But it is what it is. I'm on summer break for homeschooling right now, so that's fun. The kids are having a blast. We're definitely trying to include as much water activities as possible, and just enjoy not having to do academic work. We do things that they're interested in if they want to do something or want to learn about something, but there's no forced academic work, if that makes sense. So, uh, Carol, that would be hard. I just glad you share things you do. Yeah, I I do love um, Bible studying, and a few before COVID, I did a Bible study at my house, and it was the best thing ever. We did it like once or twice a month, and it was so much fun. Um, and I led it and stuff, but it I would love to do that again. I just don't know. It would be fun to be able to do it on Zoom or something, though. What is your denomination? Um, I don't like to share my denomination just because I think personally denominations um, people will look at you a certain way when you share a denomination sometimes by just their assumptions on things. Something I've learned is no matter what denomination somebody tells you that they're in, question their own beliefs. Don't question the denominations, because just because you're in a denomination doesn't mean you agree with it. All of their beliefs doesn't mean that you believe with everything that a denomination believes. So I don't I don't hide my denomination, but I also don't just share it, if that makes sense. Maybe a live Bible study on YouTube. Um, yeah, I mean, I've talked about this before, but a Bible study on YouTube would just take so long. Studying the Bible takes a long time. Um, most people I think most people verse map one verse map a week. I think that is the average that I've seen. Sorry if you can hear my ow, ow. Um, um, uh, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, Bible study on YouTube. Um, it just takes a long time to study the Bible. If I could figure out a way to do it and do it within like an hour or so, I might try to do that again. It's just difficult. So, but I do have a new webcam, so that could help the Bible study. I was struggling when I was using my phone, so maybe. Well, I do believe it makes a difference, like between Catholics and Pentecostal. In a way, I guess it does, but I also think that you can be saved, um, and like I think someone can be born again and still be Catholic, if that makes sense. Like I said, not all Catholics believe the same way. Um, Pentecostals aren't. That's a true statement. Um, yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't. Um, Catholicism, like if you go by what Catholicism teaches, it ain't biblical. Um, but that doesn't mean a Catholic cannot be born again and saved. Um, so, but yeah, that's what. But biblical questions you might have. We might have, maybe we can ask you, and you might consider only answering one question per person for a total of 20 different questions. I mean, that's true. I don't get a lot of biblical questions when I go live. But if that is something that y'all would be interested in asking me um, biblical questions, we could probably maybe do that. Like only have certain amount of biblical questions so the 4 hours long, because that is a definite interesting thing. But most people don't ask me about biblical questions on here. If you want to, go ahead. I mean, I'll answer as best I can. But so you're not Catholic? No, I'm not Catholic. Oh man. Um. So I mean, if we're gonna just name denominations, I mean, it's fine. Like I don't look at people differently when they say that they're um, in a certain denomination. Um, but I don't necessarily like Catholics are separate than they're not a denomination to me. They're like just completely separate, like Jehovah Witnesses or something. They're just they're separate. They're not they're not the same. Like um, but actually for me, I'm actually Pentecostal. That I guess that's the denomination that you would say that I am in, or full gospel. I guess, like I said, I don't really care too much about denominations. I mean, um, it gives you a basic understanding of someone's beliefs, but it is not their entirety because I don't really know what like the Pentecostal church completely believes, and I am a Bible nerd to the point where I'm what the Bible says and believe that, whether it goes with a denomination or not. So there's that. Oh, I finally got it out of me. Let's see what you did there. Let's see what you did there. So speaking of my birthday, my husband got me a um a birthday present, and I'm super excited about it. And I want to show you guys. So he bought me a new tablet. So this is the case. So this is the new Samsung S8 Plus tablet. It's huge. Like, oh my gosh. Um and it comes with a stylus, and I bought a sleeve for the stylus, and it looks like a pencil. I love it so much. I love pencils and like decor uh stuff like with pencils. And so when I saw this on Amazon that it's a sleeve, I lost my mind. And it wasn't even that much money. It was pretty cheap. And I was like, ooh, I gotta buy this for my thing. So now when I'm writing on my tablet, it looks like I'm using a pencil. And I am just like such a nerd about it. So yeah. He is a good guy. This tablet does actually have cellular. Um, which I've never had before. Most um my old tablet, the what is this? The Samsung S6 Lite. Yeah, the Tab S6 Lite is my old tablet. Um, it did not have cellular. It was only a Wi-Fi tablet. My husband bought it for me for Christmas, whatever year it came out. Like 3 years ago, something like that. Yeah, I think it came out in 2019 or 2020. And he bought it for me for Christmas, and it really changed the way that I studied. I started studying a lot more digitally because I can download my templates as a PDF and put it in Samsung and then write on top of it because I love writing. I don't like typing when I'm studying, so it really changed the game because it came with a stylus for the first time. So I had a tablet with a stylus, and so I was like, yes, tablets are the best. I love my new tablet. I haven't. I'm such a Samsung girl, so it's just so awesome, and it's so much bigger than my other one. Like I just was like, I literally told my husband, I was like, hey, I'm gonna save up for a new tablet, and I was gonna get the Tab S8, not the S8 Plus, because it's cheaper, obviously, and I was just gonna get the Wi-Fi version because it's cheaper. Um, and then he was just like, okay, that's cool, and for my birthday, he got it for me. Well, so it actually, I didn't know what he got me until after my birthday because I was like, hey, babe, I love you. I'm used to, like, I'm an adult, right? And I'm used to people, like, as an adult, I don't expect people to get me birthday presents as an adult. I just don't. Like, my husband and my best friend and my parents, I kind of expect something from because that's just what they've done. But outside of that, I don't expect anything. And I was just like, hey, babe, like, is there a reason why you haven't got, got me a birthday present? And he was like, yeah, I just couldn't, um, like, they didn't have it in stock. And so it's being shipped. And I said, oh, okay. It was funny. Um, um, now I'm going to bug my husband for one because I don't have an Android tablet. I love Android tablets. I have a Samsung phone. I've had Samsung since I started getting smartphones. Um, and then when I got my Samsung tablet for the first time in like 2020 or 2019, amazing. And then, yes, this new one, it is a bit expensive. So if you get this one, it's expensive. If you're going for cheaper, I still highly, highly recommend the S6. It is on my Amazon as well if you want to check it out, like the price. So if you get the S6 Lite, they remade it and came out with a 2022 version. But this tablet is still really good. It's 10 inches and it comes with a stylus. Um, so it will work if you're on a like if you need it cheaper because like I said, the new tablet is really expensive. Um, so if you're looking for a really good Android tablet, that's a Samsung, but it's not as expensive. I highly recommend the S6 Lite. That's why I got it in the first place. Um, it's not as fast as the newer ones. Like my new tablet is faster. Like when you swipe up for um, the apps, you can see that it's slower. But if you didn't have them side by side, you wouldn't really notice it, if that makes sense. And what I did personally on my tablet, my Amazon store is pinned to the top of the chat. Um, but what was that? I lost my train of thought again. Oh, what I did with my tablet is I did not do any social media on my tablet. I did not do any games on my tablet to number one, save space, but also to make it dedicated to study. And I only downloaded apps that helped me to study and things like that. So, yeah, there's my 2 cents. It might be worth 2 cents, maybe not. So, how's your Hebrew classes going? I don't remember if you started them yet. Yes, I had my third one. What's today? Friday. I had my third one last night. Actually, my third class. It's going. I love Cairo's classroom. I love the class. Um, it's just learning a new language is difficult. So, but I'm still loving it, and it's going well. But I definitely have to dedicate more time to it, and so I'm doing like you probably have seen on my YouTube channel, I've been doing like short videos more just because it's faster and easier. But I do have some longer. I have a verse mapping video I'm gonna get up next week, I think. Yeah, a new verse mapping video. Yeah, with a new no labeled template. So um, you know, that's gonna be. But yeah, with the Hebrew, it's going fine, but I definitely have to dedicate. So I work third shifts at work, and so I dedicate a lot of my third shift downtime to studying, just because I really want to, uh, get it down. But I mean, it was you can it's just it's on another level. So if you're interested into taking a biblical language class, and you know like college is just too much, check out Kairos Classroom. They're awesome. um, if you use code WordNerd, they give you 10% off of your class too, so if you're interested in that. I feel like there's something else. Oh, okay, you found the chat, I mean the link to my Amazon front store. Yeah. So that having the Amazon front store helps so much. What is your profession? Are you in healthcare? No. I'm actually a security guard. So I never was able to go to college. And I actually fell into security by accident. I needed a job when I was 18 due to family things. I was not able to get a job through high school. So I graduated high school, and then I turned 18 and I'm looking for a job, and no fast food under the sun would hire me. And my grandmother worked for security, and her company was hiring. So I applied and got the job, and I've been in security since I was 18. Um, it When I was single, it paid the bills. Now that I am married, my husband makes a lot more than I do. You don't make that much money doing security. Um, um, so, um, we have a double income. So he makes most of the money. So, but yeah, so there's that. The study Bible that I use that breaks down. Oh, it's the NLT Illustrated Study Bible. This is the Bible that I use for the Psalms. I think I have it. Nope. Is it this one? Nope. This one? Nope. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Oh, here it is. Ah! This is the one that I use. So it's linked on my Amazon front store too. NLT Illustrated Study Bible. This is beautiful inside. Love this Bible. It is so beautiful. Um, like I have a whole video and flip through of it too. If you're interested, check that video out. So, oh, my husband is a security guard too. He's been one after the military. Oh, that's cool. There a lot of after the military. My boss actually he got into security after he got out of the military too. I can't remember what branch he was in, but he's a good guy. So I find that a lot of like people that come out of the military, security, young people come into security because they can get a job and get some money, start their feet. You know what I'm saying? And then older people that are retired but need some extra income. I see a lot of that. You don't see a lot of people my age in it, just because it's not. It can be a career if you go higher in it. But I married young, and I didn't want to pursue a career. Like I didn't want to get higher and have more responsibilities because I wanted my focus is on my kids. So I didn't want the extra responsibility. I want to go to work, and come home and forget about work. And that's what I do. So I'm an accountant. That's cool. He worked while I was in school. Oh, that's cool. Me and my husband, 17 years. That's really awesome. Me and my husband just celebrated our 10th anniversary. So we've been married for 10 years. So I am proud of you. You've been very faithful in your job and to your family. I'm looking for great things ahead. Thank you so much, Carol. I try. I try. Yes, the NLT Illustrated Study Bible is awesome. It's beautiful. I love it. It's great. Take care, WordNerd. Nice talking to you again. Nice talking to you too. Thanks for stopping by. Sean, I see that you put Hebrew on there, and I don't know what it says. So, oh man, I know that's looks like a scene or sheen, lamnic. But I'm still learning how to read Hebrew, so. All right, Marie, I think I said your name right. Go ahead and float on over there to my Amazon store. Have you tried the Tony Evans Study Bible? No, I haven't. I've seen it. I've thought about it, but I've not got it. I don't. You might think it's weird, but I don't know preachers and not that many teachers either necessarily. So I don't even know who Tony Evans is. I've seen it. I've heard the name. I've seen the Bible, but mm-mm. And most of the time I don't get Bibles that are notes from one person. That doesn't mean I won't ever do it, because I do have like the Jeremiah Study Bible by, what's his name? Jeremiah something. And then I just recently got the Evidence Study Bible that has like Ray Comfort's notes in it, some of his notes. But a lot of it with the Evidence Study Bible, it's mostly just evidence for the Bible, and it helps you to contend for your faith, contend for the Bible, contend for God, things like that. So, and I haven't looked a ton of it in it, but I highly, highly respect Ray Comfort for what he does. So that was a long answer for me just saying no. I've not tried that stuff. Oh, Sean, you put Shalom. Yeah, so that is a Sheen. Shalom. Yeah, there's no vowel pointing, so on that Hebrew. I've also noticed I've looked for a Hebrew keyboard so I could type Hebrew, and it's a struggle. I'm on the struggle bus for that one. Right, I agree. I appreciate the context. In the study Bible? Oh, no, you mean me. Okay. Do you mean you appreciate the context that I just didn't say no and I explained myself? Thank you. I appreciate you. I mean, I did say chat with me, so I'm going to be a little chatty. You know what I'm saying? On the live. So, yeah. I'm working on some stuff, though. I can't share it yet, but I am working on something that I'm excited about. So, it'll be coming. Y'all be knowing about it soon, though. Yeah. I'm excited, though. So when my husband bought me my tablet, it came in yesterday, and my sleeve came in like this, and my case came in today. And he didn't know I bought this. He knew I bought the case for it, but he didn't know I bought the sleeve for my pen. So when I sent him a video, because he was at work today, and I'm off on Fridays, which is why I'm live and not at work. And he goes, of course you bought that. That is so you. And I was like, I know, right? It was so funny. There's a lot of Hebrew keyboard apps. Yeah, I had. No, I don't have, because I haven't transferred everything to my new tablet. But I did find a Hebrew keyboard. Good night, Carol. Thank you for coming to the live. Appreciate it. But I did download a Hebrew keyboard. Some of them were, one of them I found for my tablet was actually not terrible. But I also was looking for one for like my laptop, and that's a little bit more difficult. So I'm telling you, the stylus cover is just so cute. I'm not gonna get over it. I am a complete nerd for pencil things and things that look like pencils. You know what I want to, you know what I want to get? You know those like huge pencils that are like this big? I so want one. And you know what I saw on Amazon? It is on my wish list. It is a neon sign kind of pencil thing. Like it's like a cheap one, but I may get it. Things on your wish list and really think about it. Like, do I need this or do I not? You know what I'm saying? Woo! My nerdiness and dorkiness is just coming straight through. You guys, got any more questions? But, yeah, I'm excited. I think next week the new verse mapping video is on Ephesians 4:29. So we're gonna be verse mapping Ephesians 4:29. So that'll be fun. I know, right? It would be nice for my background, the little pencil neon thing. I might have to get it, just to make my cool background. Oh, you know what I found for my background too? So I was at Carm, which is a secondhand store, and I found this. It says Christ, and then it says quenching thirst for over 2,000 years. You see that? And then it's actually like a piggy bank, But I found this and I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. It's like $3. So it was so cute. It looks like an actual can. When I placed it like on the counter to pay for it, like the person that was checking us out was like, why did she just set a drinking can? And then she realized it was for sale. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. Oh man. Do you have any videos on Revelations? No, I don't. Because Revelations is a hard book, and yeah, that's where I'm at. I've read Revelations a few times. I have tried to study Revelations, and I didn't get that far into it. Like probably the first 3 or 4 chapters I studied, and that was probably a few years ago. But I don't have any videos on it because I just don't. I don't know. There's many different interpretations for Revelations, and I just don't know on which one I'm really on, honestly. And so there's that. Yeah, Revelations is heavy. It's heavy and it's deep, and there's so much symbolism and imagery in it, and it's just a lot. And I am just not capable of taking that on at the moment. So, can I suggest a Hebrew pronunciation cheat sheet? Well, I do have the alphabet in Hebrew actually on my wall right now. So yeah, and I literally just took my 3rd class, and we just went over rules for certain pronunciations of reading Hebrew. So and I haven't studied any of, like, I took the class last night, but I haven't studied it yet. I normally don't study until I start working again, which is on Sunday night. And then every night up until Thursday night, I study pretty hardcore every night to make sure I understand the stuff that we just learned. So the first class was on the alphabet, the second class was on vowels, and then the third class we went over some of the rules to reading, and also went over nouns. So it's just a lot when you're learning a new language, and I just got to spend some more time with it. But I'll get it. It's revelation, not revelations. Really, we're gonna go there, bro. We're going there. Yeah, I get that it's a revelation. Okay, but I mispronounce words a lot, and so yes, I know it's not revelations, even though I say revelations all the time. It's a revelation, but it is what it is. So, but thank you. Thank you. Um, it just makes me laugh. Oh man, if you're gonna start correcting me on my speaking, you're gonna be doing it a lot. I'm from the South, and we. I don't know if we say everything anyway, and I have a problem with saying things correctly. My pronunciation is awful anyway, which is ironic considering I'm the word nerd. But I find that God sometimes is ironic in the fact that he called me to be a Bible teacher and to teach people how to study the Bible, but I'm dyslexic and I'm not good with words and reading and things like that. Like I've struggled most of my life with that kind of stuff. But the reason why I'm really good at it is because definitions is the main part of verse mapping. And the reason why I started to do definitions is because I couldn't read certain words and I didn't know what they meant. So, how do you find out what a word means? You get a dictionary. So, it's just kind of funny. Okay. Do you have any suggestions on where to start? Because I want to study Revelations. Honestly, I've watched a few videos on Revelations, but honestly, I just don't. How do I put this nicely? Um, I don't trust people. That's the biggest thing. And it's not like in a mean way. It's I don't I don't know any videos that I agree with to recommend. I don't know any Revelation studies that I agree with to recommend. That's just not a book of the Bible that I'm focused on. Like I said, I have read it multiple times. Um and you get things out of it, but that is just not my main priority. Um, the book of Revelations isn't, and I know that Jesus is coming soon. I mean, the end times, we're in the end times, but that's not my ministry focus. Like there are people that's their focus in their ministry. Their ministry is focused on the revelations and the coming of Jesus and the signs and everything like that, but mine isn't. Mine is teaching people how to dig deeper into the word, teaching people that they can study the Bible on their own. They don't have to go to seminary, they don't have to go to college. They just have to have basic understanding of the Bible. They have to do some intentional research to understand certain things and then just take the time to learn. Um, so that's where my ministry is based, and it's just not in Revelation. So if I did have something, I would definitely share it, but I just don't for Revelations. Um, that's crazy. My Kindle Scribe stays on dyslexic mode. I don't know what that means. Kindle Scribe. What is that? But yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people, well, I guess not now, but a lot of people didn't know, and in general don't know that I'm dyslexic, because when when you struggle, so there's like different. So dyslexia is a spectrum, right? So you can be mildly dyslexic, you can be moderately, you can also be severe or dyslexic, and I'm pretty in the middle. Like I'm moderately dyslexic, and because I am an adult, um, it is less noticeable. When I was a kid, you can, like, when I was in 8th grade, I was in a 4th grade reading level um, because of it. Because of my dyslexia. But now you don't notice it unless I have to read out loud. And who reads out loud as an adult? Nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but because the more that you read, the less that dyslexia affects you. At least in my experience. Not everyone is like this, obviously. This is my experience. So, you know, if I don't understand a word or if I can't pronounce a word now, I Google the word and Google tells me how to pronounce the word, and you just look up the definition and you understand the meaning. As a child, you don't have those kind of resources. So dyslexia was very much of a hindrance for me as a kid. I mean, I still. Why is there fireworks going off? It is past the 4th. Dyslexia still hinders me, but I just overcome it with different resources and tools that I have available. Spelling, cannot spell. Reading names is very difficult for me because names don't follow any type of spelling rules and phonics rules. So reading names is very hard for me. That's why I don't like to read names when I'm on lives. But I try anyway. Like, who cares if I can't read a name, you know? But so, yeah. Yeah, most people don't know, or you can't tell that I'm dyslexic. I remember, oh, man, when was it? It's probably 7 or 8 years ago. I had to do something for work, like a worksheet, like some kind of training thing, and I had to bring it home and do it and then return it or something. And I couldn't read something, and I just asked my husband because he was right there, like, "What is this?" And somebody was around us. I think it was his mom or something, and she's like, "You can't read that?" And I was like, "No, I'm dyslexic." And she's like, "What?" I was like, "I know, you can't tell, right?" Oh, fireworks don't stop until August. Well, apparently not, because somebody was just shooting them off. So, um, yeah, I always feel like leading up to 4th of July, you always see fireworks going off, but you don't always see it after 4th of July that often, as you see it before. Thank you, Sean. God called me and I said, okay. I questioned it at first. No, I knew that I was supposed to teach or preach or something, whatever you want to call it. Um, I just, I just knew. Um, so, and I was like, okay, let's go. See where we go. See where it leads. And I wouldn't have thought I'd have been here with this great community, you know, with you guys and stuff. I love that. So, when are you coming back on live? I have no idea. This live was random. I was working on something and got done with what I was working on and was like, what am I going to do? Because I work third shift now, so I stay up late. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I was like, you know what? I haven't been on live for a while. I can't remember the last time I was on live, although I'm bad with time. So it could have been last week and I wouldn't know. And I was like, let's just go live and see who's up, who's going to chat, and if they got any questions, you know? So I don't know when I'll be back on live. Just, you know, have your notifications set, and so you'll get a notification if I do go live. That's the only thing I can tell you. I'm looking forward to your next video. Thank you. Like I said, I have a few videos that are going to come out next week. A verse mapping video, and then a video about a Bible for beginners that help beginner Bible readers. Glory to God, that's a good testimony. Thank you. I've always thought about making a testimony video, but that would be like a bajillion minutes long. So I just kind of share it here and there. God is good, though. God is good. I wouldn't be where I'm at if, God didn't save me, because I was going down a really bad path. Thank you so much for all your videos and PDFs on your website. You're an amazing teacher of God's Word, Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, I have a Facebook group, and when I see people use my templates on the Facebook group and sharing their Bible studies using the templates, oh, it does the heart good. It does, because I do want to make a difference, and I know that templates and the guides that I make really do help beginners and even not beginners just to organize your notes and stuff. Yeah, I use your PDFs all the time. They really make studying the Bible easier. I'm very happy that it does. I can't, man. I remember when I first was doing like teaching Bible study and verse mapping. There's like no template, no guides and stuff. And when I realized, like, if you like putting things in certain categories and if you make a template that go with the guides, and I was like, this could change it. And I really do think it has. I would love to join your Facebook group. Okay, yeah, sure. All you have to do is make sure that you answer all of the questions that it asks you, and you should be able, just like when you ask to join, just make sure that you answer the questions, because you will not get in if you don't answer the questions. Let me see if I can put this in the chat. This is the Facebook group if you're interested. So I make verse mapping plans, free verse mapping plans. I make a new one each month, and you verse map at your own pace. Like I said, the majority of people, some people in my group, they study whatever they want and post when, like their Bible studies that they're doing. Of course, there's rules to my group, and I'll kick you out if you are rude, disrespectful, or if you try to promote something that I don't like. I will delete it. And if you continue to do that, I'll kick you out. It's not going to hurt my feelings. But if you're just studying and sharing your Bible studies, you're good to go. I've had to kick some people out because they want to promote stuff. And I was like, bro, this is Bible study, not trying to no, thank you. But anyway, so couldn't believe it was free. Thank you. You are truly doing the Lord's work. My teacher says that is awesome. That is awesome that your teenager uses them too, because that is really awesome. I really think that is awesome. My kids, they're 8 and 9. We do verse mapping together. Basically, I write on our whiteboard. I write a verse out, and we'll like circle or underline things and just kind of talk about it. And they love like circling and underlining it and stuff. And just like we just talk about the verse and what it means, and how can we like apply it to our life and stuff like that. And they really like doing that. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could probably charge for the PDFs if I wanted to, but I don't want money, even if I charge just a few bucks for it. I don't want money to be a hindrance. You know what I'm saying? For my templates. Um, so that's why I offer them for free. So, but I look forward for my kids getting older and they can start verse mapping more. So yeah, that's awesome that your teenager uses them too, though. For reals. Oh, like how do you keep your verse mappings? Like when you're done with verse mappings, do you put them in a binder, or you put them in a folder or something? Like I have some of mine in a binder and some of them in a folder. I need to probably organize them, but haven't got to it. Nope, did not know that, Sean. Nope, have not read Numbers in a while. So she scans them in GoodNotes. Oh, I get it. That is cool. That is legit. That is a great option too. Um, does she like does she verse map in GoodNotes too? Like if you download the PDF and put it in GoodNotes and then write on top of it? My best friend does that. She has an Apple. I am a Android girl, Samsung all the way, but my best friend, she's an Apple girl. Oh, so sad. She has an Apple phone too, and I was like, oh, so funny. Oh, we're in the numbers now for Torah. Oh yeah, I've been studying Exodus in the Torah, so. Oh yeah, she does that. Yeah, that's fun. Um, for reals, for reals. I do that in my Samsung tablet. I love downloading the PDFs into Samsung, and then let me just see if I can open one up for you. Um, I love downloading my templates into the Samsung app, and where is it? Nope, this one. Yeah. So this is an older version of my thing, but so I just download it and then I write on top of it and stuff. So I have this is when all my templates were like landscape. I don't know where my newest one is, like seriously. So I just like switched to this new tablet obviously, and some of my notes I don't think switched over. So I'm gonna have to look at that. But I love doing that with my tablet. Me too, but I use OneNote for verse mapping. I did use OneNote for a long time, actually. I even use OneNote for chapter mapping, which is basically Bible journaling digitally. But it stopped working like on me. Um, like it was glitchy, and so I stopped using it. And then um, I just found that Samsung Notes just had more features. That's the biggest thing. It has more features available than the OneNote. I still have a lot of notes on OneNote, but I use Samsung Notes almost exclusively. Nope, exclusively. There we go. Or it would be hard to keep track of. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I have quite a few verse mappings on paper because I show how to verse map on my YouTube channel. That's really the only reason why it's on paper is because of my YouTube channel. I'm a paper and pencil kind of person anyway, but doing verse mapping digitally is sometimes easier. But I do love paper, pens, and highlighters and stuff, and I do a lot of Bible journaling too. So that's probably why I do verse mapping digitally because I do Bible journaling. Aw, she's missing me live. Aw. Yeah, it'd be fun. Remember the daughters of Zelophehad? I don't know how do you say that Z name, and I don't necessarily remember that in numbers. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've read numbers because it's numbers. I'm studying Exodus personally, and I'm also studying other things for YouTube. So I just haven't got to numbers. And once I'm done with Exodus, I'm going to go back to Genesis in my personal studies. But Exodus is taking a lot longer than I thought. I think Genesis and Exodus and the Torah in general, I think are really underrated for Christians. I mean, we're New Testament Christians, so we got to know what the New Testament is. But Genesis and Exodus, man, they are like foundational, and they have so much in it, so much more than people realize. Bo show. Speaking of Exodus, Okay, I'm waiting. From reading the daughters of, I can deduce that. I mean, I don't know numbers, so that's cool. I watched a video saying that God told Moses. God told Moses what? Oh, to say, let my people go to the desert. Or is that desert? No, that's desert. Desert has two S's, right? Yeah. To say, let my people go to the desert. I don't really understand what you're saying. God did tell Moses to go um, to the desert to serve him, if that's what you mean. I find the books of Moses to be super important. Oh yeah, the Torah is super important. Genesis and Exodus, I feel like for me personally the most. I haven't studied the other ones as in depth. So the entire Torah though is foundational, not legitly. Like I get it. It really is foundational. Like those are definitely books we want to study for sure. He collected firewood on the Sabbath as a way to end his life. I mean, people do things that are not necessarily the greatest ideas, but you know, meaning God had no intention for Moses to go to the promised land. I don't know about that. I mean, God tells Moses to tell Pharaoh to let his people go into the desert to serve him, to sacrifice to him, and to make a feast for him. Um, but because he said, let my people go to the desert. Yeah, but he told them to go to the desert because that's where the mount was that he was on. And he wanted the people to go to the mountain that he was on, that Moses first met him on with the burning bush. Mount Sinai? Is that what it is? Mount Sinai? Yeah. And so God called them to Mount Sinai, and then they were supposed to go to the promised land. Um, so Moses didn't go to the promised land because he didn't obey God or something. He hit the rock twice instead of once, and I think it's a mistrust in God that really caused him listening to the people and not God. Like I haven't got to the end of Exodus or that part yet, so of Exodus, I've read Exodus obviously, but I haven't studied in depth at that part yet. So, but um, yeah, Moses didn't obey God, and that's why he wasn't allowed in the Promised Land. Which I think just shows that not obeying God, you know, you lose benefits that you can have. Blah, 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 blah. Didn't God mention the land of milk and honey at the burning? But he, I, actually, I think he did. I'm not entirely sure because I don't have the text in front of me. But I do think he called them to the desert to Mount Sinai, but also to in promise to lead them to the promised land, the Canaan, the land of milk and honey, running with milk and honey and stuff. So, yeah. So, um, yeah, I think you're right. So, hey Beverly, nice to see you. we're just chatting. I'm answering any questions you guys have. So, yeah. But I'm probably going to get off in a few minutes if you guys don't have any more questions. So, I heard my daughter. So, hope you guys have a good night. Do you have any more questions? But yeah, I've noticed that when people that's what it was, Sean. That's what I thought. Like, I know Moses did something, and I just haven't got there. It said the Lord told Moses to speak to the rock, and it said he hit it with his staff, and then took credit for it rather than giving glory to God. So, hello. So yeah, you know what I noticed is people, when they read scripture, they get something in their mind that they think that the scripture is saying, but they forget to pay attention closely to the words being used. Because normally, if you really pay attention, things become clearer. I noticed this. I was watching a video about Exodus, and there's like a group of people, and they were kind of like chatting about it and talking about it and like questioning what this means and stuff. And they missed certain words in the text because I had the text in front of me, and if they would have paid attention to the words, they would have had like the understanding, or they would know what it means. So when you're studying the Bible, pay attention to the words. That's why I always recommend like using a word for word translation and using multiple translations when you're digging deep anyway, because it helps. So, but yeah. Make lives a regular thing. I enjoyed the chat. I enjoyed the chat too. I'll try. Maybe I can do like a live here and there a couple times a month or something. When I get some time. But But I enjoyed chit chatting with you guys. I had fun. Hope you had fun. But I think I'm gonna get off here. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, once a month is probably a good idea. So what's this, July? So my next live should be in August. But am I gonna remember? Maybe, I don't know. We'll say maybe if I write it down. You know, you never know. Next live in August. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually schedule it. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, thanks for chatting with me. Hope you are inspired and encouraged to dig deeper into God's word as always. And I'll see you in the next video. Good night, guys. Bye. I'll remind you in the comments. Thank you. I'll need reminding. I have to remind. I literally set reminders for everything. I'm not even joking. Like, if I start a load of laundry, I have to set a reminder to put the clothes from the washer into the dryer because my washer don't beep at me. It's sad, but true. If I schedule a video like for YouTube to go up at a certain time, I remind myself to share it because if I don't, I won't share it to my other social medias. It's sad. God bless. This was edifying. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you are inspired and encouraged. I hope you learned something. And it was just fun chit chatting with you guys. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.